Hey Alexis, I'm taking a look at your argument essay and I wanted to share some notes with you about it. It's easier for me to talk about it versus type stuff and hope you understand what I was saying. Great topic. I learned a lot of things reading it. So I just want to talk with you about formatting your paper to start off with. You do not have what's called our running header, last name, page number. Here's how to insert that. So we go to insert, and after we hit insert, we go to page number, and then we're going to pick the top of the page. And we're going to pick top of the page, right align. Okay, the other thing, I'm going to scroll back up to page 1. The other thing we want to make sure is up here. I hope you can see where I'm swirling my mouse around. Make sure that box isn't clicked, or your first page will be different than every other page, and it'll be hard to figure out what's going on. All right, so we're going to go ahead and just type your last name beside it. And I wish I knew how to say it. I think it's Cantiberos. I don't know. All right. Cantiberos. Yes. All right. We got that going on. Last thing we need to do is we highlight it and change it to the same font and size as the rest of your paper. So boom and boom. And it changed it for everyone. And because I spelled it exactly like you did, I refuse for them to tell me I spelled it wrong. I was going to say add it to my I'm pausing too much. I'll let it go. I was going to add it to my dictionary. Okay, so anyway, next thing I want to point out to you is, yes, your entire document is double spaced, but Microsoft does kind of a sneaky little thing. So I'm going to show you here. I'm going to just highlight the front page header, which is done correctly. Awesome. I'm going to right click on it and then highlight paragraph. Here pops up this little window of things that I can do with it. So I want to make sure my left indentation is 0, my right indentation is 0, before sentences 0, after spaces 0. They have a 0.8 there. So every time you hit the enter key, it adds 0.8 more of an inch, which is not what we were looking for. Of course, leave it double spaced. So check it out. Now this truly is double spaced. All right. The reason that I started there, I'll show you. I'm going to go ahead and do your whole page for you. Right click, paragraph. Again, I get rid of that 0.8, turn it into a 0. Under special, I'm going to say, yes, I want that first line to have an indent. Okay. And see how much tighter the paper looks? If I had said included this the first time that I adjusted it, it would have indented your whole front page header, every line of it with a half page. Okay, so great job on your, let's go ahead and make this a little bit little, and so that we can look at what I'm looking for here. Great job on your attention getter. Oh, it indented it an additional half an inch. Oh, Valerie Shirley, you silly, silly person. Let's see if I fixed it. Okay. Great hook, great introduction. Personal story is awesome. I have set a couple of editors for me who flag things that should be different or should be corrected. They say, I need to say whom. Don't worry about who or whom. If you aren't sure, always do who. Here, I think we've spelled plummet wrong. Okay, so I'm not going to go through and do all of that for you. You can go through and do some changes. Oftentimes the changes suggested are not accurate. So the way to turn that on is to come over here into references. Nope, lied. Review, into review. See all of this stuff? I've turned it on in mine. So you want to turn that on so it catches your things for you, like it's catching mine. All righty. Now, we come down to your thesis statement, which is great. I love for the thesis statement to be one sentence, but you state therapy should be mandatory, especially in adolescence. Not only does therapy give you a non-partial person to talk to about anything, but it also helps you learn coping mechanisms that will last a lifetime. I see two things there that you're going to be defending in your argument essay. And remember, we need three. And here is why. We state three in our thesis, and then our first body paragraph, we bring up that first thing that we mentioned. You begin your first body paragraph talking about therapists aren't there to change your opinion. They're unbiased. You mentioned that somewhere in here, that they're unbiased. I'm looking to see if that's true. Is this where you said unbiased? Hang on. No biases. So you need a topic sentence that announces, this is my paragraph about the fact that therapists provide unbiased instruction or advice, instruction and advice. I mean, you do what you want to do here. But you need a topic sentence that tells me what the rest of my paragraph is going to be about. So now that I've talked about that, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this. That's where it goes. And let me see. One other thing that I'm seeing in your paper that you need to correct is we should not have contractions in academic writing. So this should be are not. And you've got some more throughout your paper. So go ahead and get rid of your contractions. The next thing that I notice is that you use the word you a lot. When you use the word you, you're actually in second person voice. So academic writing is either in first person where I use I, me, my, or it's in third person where I'm talking about other people, they, them, he, him, she, her. So get rid of all your yous. I changed it right here to a child. Secondly, therapy helps a child develop coping mechanisms that, we'll just kill this one here, that can be used for the rest of one's life. That can be used for the rest of one's life. I know that sounds weird. It sounds sterile. People have a hard time with it if they're not used to writing that way, but it is correct. Okay, so your first body paragraph, unbiased. Second body paragraph talks about help you develop coping mechanisms. The third body paragraph should come up with a counter argument, somebody who argues against it, somebody who thinks therapy is a bunch of hooey. Nobody should be in therapy unless their parents decide that for themselves or the person decides it for themselves. So you need to come up with somebody who's completely against you. So you would say something like, in that third body paragraph, there are those who believe that therapy is not beneficial. They state that if one gets therapy at all, it should be when they are an adult and they choose it for themselves. You just bring up that little bit of a counter argument. Then you come back at them with your rebuttal. And here, your rebuttal talks about how it can help individuals who have heightened levels of anxiety. And obviously, children and adolescents struggle with anxiety. So that's your counter argument. I mean, your rebuttal to defend this counter argument. That needs to show up in your third body paragraph. Okay. Now, because you use yourself as, an authority here because this happened to you, I am allowing you to use I, me, my all through the paper. Other people who are talking about something like, I won't bring it up. Other people, I've said, don't use I. Here we have I. Here we have I. You are using yourself, which is awesome. But anytime you bring up someone else in your paper, like Gabor Mate, you need to say where that came from. Where on earth can I find this? And it can't, I mean, even if it came from a Google search of somebody who um, said it, or if it comes from a book, you need to have that on a works cited page. Okay. I'm looking to see if there's any more. Here you've got Anxiety and Depression Association of America. That needs to go on your works cited page. That'll be good experience for when we're doing a works cited page for our research paper. And so you would just come down and at the top of page 4, you are going to center works cited. And let's see if it'll let me center it from here. Will it? Align, center, yes. And then you just launch into your works cited. So I should see 2 things there. Practice with that, okay? Otherwise, paper looks good. And remember, in the conclusion, you restate your opinion and briefly summarize the reasons why that is important. And I feel like you have a powerful final sentence. Let me see. Mandated therapy would help give people happier lives, knowing that no matter what happens to them emotionally, they have the skills they need to adapt and overcome. Very powerful final sentence. So good job there. It looks like they want us to say collegiate level, hyphenated. See, just lots of little things like that that you need to be aware of. Okay, you're going to edit your paper. You're going to make sure that each body paragraph starts with a topic sentence. You're going to get rid of all the U's and the contractions. You're a good writer. I'm not worried about you. Let me know if you have any other questions, and I hope you have a fabulous weekend.